Hi everybody, my name is Cary Correia, and this is my student introduction for Band 622 at Quinnipiac University. I was born in Toronto, Canada, and lived there for 35 years before coming to the United States in 1999. I currently live in Sandy Hook, Connecticut, and I'm married for the last 18 years to my lovely wife, Denise. And we have 3 kids, 2 of which are going into college in the fall. We also have 4 dogs. 1 is a Havanese and 3 are Yorkies. And 3 interesting things about me. I really love new technology. I love to make things, and I have a bunch of 3D printers. I love music. I have 5 really great guitars, and I kind of mess around with them every day, but I'm not really great at them yet. And I love to travel both for work and for pleasure. I just love new cultures. I love different types of food, and I like taking pictures of foreign places. My background, I kind of started at Ryerson University with my undergraduate. I have a Bachelor of Engineering in Electronics Engineering, and I kind of grew up in General Electric for the last 32 years. Basically started out in electrical distribution and control for my first 9 years, and I became an expert in just-in-time total quality management in Six Sigma. I was able to take our on-time deliveries from 50% to greater than 99%. And then from there, I kind of moved on to NBC, where I was really hired to be a Six Sigma trainer and to apply Six Sigma in non-traditional processes. My biggest thing there, improvement-wise, was to improve our spot sales, where I was able to reduce our free commercials we would give out because we weren't able to produce the audience we promised our customers. So that was a very dramatic solution for us there. From there, I was asked to go to GE Power, where I became the global head of IT quality, and there I produced a application that was able to automate process improvement methodologies for IT people. In 2003, I then got asked to move to GE Capital, where I was able to apply data science to the work of understanding your market and creating targeted funnels. In 2003, we had a dramatic improvement, taking the business from $500 million to over $1.5 billion. And after that, it became even better. Some of my learning experiences: I'm a self-taught programmer. I know SQL, R, Python, and I'm working with Julia right now. I have an analytics engineering certification with Johns Hopkins massively open online course, and I'm also certified with the GE Global Research Center in analytics engineering. In 2019, I left GE and decided to create my own consulting company called Atlas Analytics and Advisory. And we do for anybody the kind of work that we used to do at General Electric. And so I do product and process improvement. I do data munging. I do data science consulting. And I've also been doing some keynote speaking engagements. I just came back from Australia in October, where I gave 2 speeches, one for the University of Melbourne and another one for Cranium Consulting. And usually I talk about process improvement and applied data science and databases. And I'm currently looking at writing a book. So why grad school? Well, I really wanted to balance my 32 years of experience with an accredited degree. And so I figured my first stop would be the master's degree, and then second stop would be my PhD. So what kind of work does Atlas do? Here's a great example. Last year, I was asked to create a solution for a power company. This is a big power company who had lost control of their databases. And it's not unheard of to understand why. A lot of these companies would deal with something we call a third-party intermediary. They were known as the channel, and the channel basically puts on an order into the company on behalf of another person. And so when you have this sort of situation, your databases tend to look like garbage. And so they called me to see if we could track down the substations globally. These substations are where their equipment sits. So we're talking transformers, diodes, capacitors, batteries, and things like that. And once we understood where the substations were, they wanted to find out which one of those substations they had their equipment in, which ones their competitors' stuff was in, and then they wanted to figure out how to target the next substation so they can get their equipment into the new ones. And so in order to do this, we kind of composited multiple sources of information and together into something we call data munging. I basically took whatever information they knew about the market, and I kind of composited or glued it together with information we can get from geographical scraped information. These are basically open sources of information. Then once we had that, we kind of grabbed all the win-loss competitor deal information from their competitors who were bragging about their new wins, and we kind of pushed it all together into one super database. And the database, we were able to visualize it looked like the map on the right. And this is an example of the UK infrastructure, which includes different colors for transformers and switches and substations, generators and turbines and wind farms. And the best part about it is that we could actually connect them together with these major cables and minor cables. So the idea here was that you could not only see all the substations, but you knew how they were connected to a new wind farm. So if somebody installed a new wind farm in the North Sea, we could follow along the cable and find out what substation it was attached to. And as soon as you knew there was a new wind farm, you knew automatically that wind farm substation would have to get a new transformer, new parts to take care of the power, and possibly a new battery system. So this is something they really, really loved, and it gave them a chance to see how to target using data.